Now, tonight I will be talking about a story, and this is the story that I'm going to give. This is allegedly based on true events by a guy by the name of Joseph. Now, keep in mind that this happened to him when he was a kid, okay? And here we go with the story. Now, there are some stories that stay buried in the deep, dark corners of the bluegrass state, and then there's the case of Sinking Creek. This isn't just a legend, it's an account that defies everything we know about the wildlife in the Kentucky woods. Now, this is the encounter. Imagine being asleep in the dead of night, only to be awakened by a violent thud against your bedroom wall. Now, that's exactly what happened to a witness named Joseph. When he scrambled to his front door and pulled back the curtains, he wasn't looking at just any animal. He was face to face with something that he said was amphibious in nature, standing roughly 5'7" to 6 feet tall on two legs. This creature looked like a nightmare stepped out of some kind of swamp. It was covered in brownish green scales, from what he said, with webbed hands and feet, but it was the head that truly stood out to Joseph. It had flared out gills on each side of its face, dark eyes like a reptile, and a strange ridge like thing peeking at the top of the skull. Now, for 2 seconds, Joseph and the lizard man locked eyes. Then, with a speed that seemed impossible, it turned and it bolted toward the water, vanishing into the darkness of the creek. Now, keep in mind that this creek was on the property. So Joseph said that it ran towards that way. But this is the thing about that creek. This is where the story gets kind of, like what is really going on. The area where this happened isn't just any stretch of woods. It's right where Sinking Creek begins. Now, this is a unique body of water that actually disappears underground for about a stretch of 12 miles, threading through the massive, unexplored subterranean tunnels of western Kentucky. Now, we're talking about the same network that feeds into Mammoth Cave. Now, that is the largest cave system in the world. Now, this is my final thought. I do believe that Joseph saw something, okay? And sometimes in the state of Kentucky, it makes you wonder if these creatures, because I definitely will be coming out with more stories about Kentucky. Let me tell you some amazing stories that come from Kentucky alone, okay? I just have a whole lot of stories to give, but if you really think about it, are some of these creatures that people are seeing in Kentucky, all over Kentucky, are they using these massive underground highways to move beneath the feet of people that live there? Now, this is something to really think about.